Many 49er fans have begun to worry about the status of Nick Bosa and his contract extension. We're almost a week out from week one, and there is no sign of Nick Bosa signing his contract extension anywhere in sight. And now you have rumors popping up that Nick Bosa could potentially be traded because contract negotiations have completely deteriorated. So we have this situation right now percolating about a Reddit user who claims to have broken the Christian McCaffrey trade and had that inside information, and now has inside information that these contract negotiations have completely broken down, and the San Francisco 49ers could trade Nick Bosa. Now, I'm just bringing this information to you, and I'm going to let you decide how you want to react to it or how you want to take it. You could either toss it to the side or you could maybe think there's a little bit more to it, but I'm just going to share it with you. And this is what the Reddit user goes on to say about the Nick Bosa contract situation. He says, inside source, 49ers may trade Nick Bosa to unnamed AFC team. I'm the same Redditor who broke the Christian McCaffrey to 49ers trade news before it happened. This is a recent development, and this is happening right now. There has been breakdown in negotiation between the 49ers and Nick Bosa. Bosa asking for a lot more than 49ers budgeted for, and essentially has all the leverage in current situation. 49ers threatening to trade him to unnamed AFC team if Bosa doesn't sign their current offer within the next week. Unnamed team prepared to pay Bosa what he wants. Reminder that similar situation happened with DeForest Buckner. They were far apart in numbers and 49ers cut ties. SF reportedly has been working on the parameters of a blockbuster trade for several weeks. Now, again, this is a Redditor. This is someone who just is anonymously putting this out there. So we're always going to take that information with a grain of salt. But however, I do want to provide some perspective, and it's specifically because they are talking about the DeForest Buckner trade, who at the time was kind of the face of the franchise and was in the middle of potentially getting a contract negotiation. And he got traded to the Colts for a first round pick, where the 49ers drafted Javon Kinlaw. So the reason why I want to provide a little bit perspective to this situation and why, listen, I don't know what to believe, but I'm just offering it up, and we can take in the information and we can make our own decisions of where, if we want to believe it or if we just want to be like, that's interesting. Because I knew about the DeForest Buckner trade before it was announced. So if I knew about it before it was out there and everyone knew about it and it was reported and the bombshell leaked, there's there and I've been doing this long enough that I understand that information doesn't just come from the team. Information comes from family members, information comes from agents, friends. There are different ways that information can come out. So I'm not sitting here saying that I believe that Nick Bosa is going to be traded. But if I think we are at that point where this is something that I could rationalize from a business side of things. If a deal is not moving forward and they are not able to see and get to a meeting ground on a negotiation, what's left? What left is there to do? At a certain point, if one side says they aren't going to meet the other side and vice versa, what is left? There aren't very many options. Just not playing isn't an option for either side. So I'm not saying that a trade is going to happen. I'm not saying that I predict a trade is going to happen, or I'm even saying that this is anything. I'm just saying that this situation has gone long enough that now this type of stuff is being discussed. It's being discussed all on Twitter. People are sharing it. Again, just because we might not believe it, it's out there now. And because Nick Bosa isn't signed, this is now something that's being discussed. And 49er fans have already been worried, have already been like, what is going on? What is taking so long? This isn't normal. So at this current state, this is our reality. Nick Bosa isn't paid. We're almost a week away from the regular season. We're basically 2 weeks out, less than 2 weeks out. And Nick Bosa is nowhere near being signed from anything that we can see on the outside looking in. So what do you make of this situation? Do you think Nick Bosa could be traded? Do you think the 49ers would trade Nick Bosa? What would happen if the 49ers trade Nick Bosa? What would your reaction be if they did that? Like this has, I mean, again, we're speculating because we're not saying that this is a real report. We're bringing light to the potential that what if that did happen? What if they did trade Nick Bosa? What would be the outcome? Because from my the way I'm looking at it, that would significantly damage the San Francisco 49ers uh path towards winning. So, and that's the ultimate goal right now is to win football games. So at the end of the day, we want Nick Bosa to get paid so we can put this behind us. And now again, we have another circus on our hands. Before it was the backup quarterback situation. Now it's the Nick Bosa contract negotiation. Fans, and I think I could speak for a lot of fans, they want to get to the regular season and focus on football. And they want to put this off field stuff behind them. They don't want to talk about this anymore. They want to focus on football, the thing that we enjoy, the thing that can actually like kind of take us away from the reality of life sometimes and give us a little escape. This right now is not an escape. This is creating more stress on our lives and it shouldn't. And I get it for them. This is business. They're going to do what they need to do. They don't care about us in that sense, but this is getting concerning. And I've talked about it on a stream earlier today. If Nick Bosa isn't signed by this Sunday and you officially go beyond a week before week 1 begins and Nick Bosa isn't signed, that seems like it's going to be really concerning for a lot of people, myself included. So let me know what you guys think. Comment below. And of course, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.